Hi everyone, back again with another video. Today I'm feeling like some seafood, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm actually gonna make a seafood omelet. In my channel, you'll also see different variations of other omelets that I make, including a Philly cheesesteak, a jerk chicken, bacon and egg and cheese omelet. Basically, you can make omelets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And here are the ingredients that I'm gonna be putting in my seafood omelet. Okay, in my omelet, I have 6 large brown eggs. There's some jumbo shrimps that are cleaned and deveined. I do have some lump crab meat. There's Old Bay seasoning, garlic powder, smoked paprika. This is McCormick sea salt and garlic seasoning, some finely chopped red onions, finely chopped red, yellow, and orange bell peppers, and some scallions. Also, I have olive oil, which I'm going to use a little bit in the pan to saute the seafood and shrimps. Now, I'm going to do the crab meat and the shrimp separate. I'm going to show you how I assemble the crab meat and the shrimps before I put it in the omelet. So here we go. All right, so I turned my cooktop on. I'm waiting for it to heat up a little bit. And in my cooktop, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. You can also use avocado oil or vegetable oil if that's what you have on hand, but I prefer olive oil. Okay. Next we added our red onions. Then I'm gonna add my bell peppers. I'm sauteing them, and then I'm going to add my crab meat. Now the crab meat is already cooked, so you're really not trying to cook it. You're just trying to flavor it up. So the lump crab goes in. Then I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder to it. Also a little bit of seafood seasoning, Old Bay. I'm gonna add some of the McCormick seasonings. And I'm also adding my scallions. So I'm gonna saute the crab meat until all the veggies are nice and tender, and I'll be back to show you when it's done. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes. The veggies are nice and tender. So I'm gonna take the crab meat. I wanna make sure that the crab is still not broken up. You wanna make sure that you can still see the lumps, basically. So I'm gonna put that on the side, and then I'm gonna cook the shrimps. I'll be back in a minute to show you next how we cooking the shrimps. I gotta watch this. Okay, so after about 3 to 5 minutes, you're gonna take the crab meat out. You wanna make sure that the vegetables are tender. That's basically what you're cooking since the crab meat is already cooked. And now I'm gonna cook my shrimps. So my pan is on. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Then I'm gonna add my shrimps. Now shrimps is something that it doesn't take very long to cook. You want to make sure that they are pink in color. I'm gonna add my seasoning after I put my shrimps in the pan as they're cooking. So in my shrimps, I'm gonna add the rest of the garlic powder. I'm gonna add some seafood seasoning. Basically, I'm repeating the same seasonings I used in the crab mixture, because you want the flavors to continuously in every bite that you eat. You want to taste the same flavors you're using. I'm also gonna add some of the McCormick black pepper and sea salt seasoning. And finally, lastly, to my shrimps, I'm gonna add some smoked paprika. And that's because it's gonna give this beautiful color that I want my shrimps to have. Then I'm gonna just saute them up, make sure they're all coated nice and evenly. And we're gonna let it sit until they are completely pink in color, when the shrimps are completely cooked. When I come back, I'm gonna show you how we put all of these ingredients together to make the omelet. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes and my jumbo shrimps are looking great. The color has completely changed and it's time to take them out. You wanna make sure the size of the shrimps, they cook a little longer. So these take between 5 to 7 minutes to cook. And as you can see, they're nice and firm. The color has changed, so we're gonna pull them off. When I come back, I'm gonna show you how to make the omelet. Okay, so now I'm gonna put 3 eggs to make my omelet. So we're gonna crack each egg. Make sure there's no shells in it, of course. Now, the funny thing, you see how nice and pretty those yolks are? That's what you want to see. You want to see nice bright yolks. Shows that the eggs are fresh. And I lost the shell. So, and this will happen every so often. So now we're going to fish out the shell. Because clearly you don't want no crunchy omelet. So I took the shell out. Meanwhile, in the pan, I'm gonna add some butter and some olive oil so it can be nice and melted. This is unsalted butter because you wanna make sure that you don't add any extra salt because the crab meat and the shrimps have salt in it already. And when you make an omelet, you wanna make sure that the pan is oiled, heavily oiled, because you don't want the omelet to stick. So the butter and the oil are melting in that. And while that's melting, I'm gonna whisk up my eggs. So I'm gonna whisk it up until the yolks break up with the whites. And also, I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt and a lot of black pepper to my eggs. So that's a little bit of salt and then a black pepper, heavily amount. Now, make sure my pan is nice and hot. I'm gonna swirl around the oil and the butter. I want to make sure all the edges are nicely coated before I add my eggs into the pan. So here goes my egg mixture. And while that's setting, please, I want you guys to tell me which is your favorite type of omelet to eat. I mean, there's several different ones. I would love to hear what part of the country, what part of the world you're in. And you can send me your videos or explain to me what kind of video on omelets you would like to see. Okay, so when your eggs start popping up in the middle like that, you see how it's the indentation. You want to push this forward a little bit. You're gonna push the eggs towards the center and let the liquid, you want to pull the rest of the liquid out so that it can cook. And the reason you're doing that is because you want to make sure the center of your eggs are cooked completely. So you're pushing out, let that liquid fall to the sides. Okay, now it looks nice and set. We're gonna add our crab mixture. I'm gonna add a couple of spoons of that. And then we're gonna add our shrimps. Okay, that looks perfect. Then we're gonna take one side of the omelet, we're gonna flip it over. And then while that's still going, You're gonna add a little bit of shredded cheese on top. And let that melt. And if you want, you can actually add, so people know what it is, you can add a little bit more crab on top of the omelet. And with a little bit more shrimp. And there you go. The seafood omelet. When I come back, I'm gonna show you how it looks in the plate. And here we go, our completed product, our seafood omelet. Let us go in and see how it tastes. I got some shrimps, a little bit of eggs. Absolutely delicious. I can't even talk right now, that's how good it is. You can taste the crab meat, which is delicious, the shrimps that are well seasoned, and everything blends really nice. Trust me, this will be one of your favorites. Try this. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and please share with your friends. Thanks for watching.